As you can see, just gotten watching the new movie Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, and here are my thoughts and my full movie review. If you want my shorter 1 minute long reaction, I actually posted that yesterday on my channel. You can go check it out. It's good. It is a really good movie, but in my opinion, I wouldn't say it's great. And I'll explain a little more, right? So first, I think it was expectations. So I try to keep my head out of reviews or YouTube videos or just reactions up until I watch it. So I make my first reaction and then I go and see what other people are saying. But unfortunately, similar to Doom Part Two, TikTok, Twitter, just everywhere I was going, I was seeing really positive reactions. And so, unfortunately, my expectations started building, similar as to what happened in Doom Part Two, and I really enjoyed like Doom Part Two. It beat my expectation, but for Furiosa, so I think one of the biggest things for enjoying or not enjoying a movie is like how you go in expectation wise. So if you go in at a average level and the movie is good, right? That difference between like and beating your expectation is what makes you really like it. But let's say expectation is a little higher and it's great, but only barely above what you expected, you might not enjoy it as much. I don't know. That's something that I see a lot happen. And so unfortunately, my because of all these reviews and all this influence, my expectations started building for it to be like great, like a 9 out of 5, 9.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10 type movie, right? And so when it performed at a great level, but maybe slightly under, like similar to what I expected, I wasn't disappointed. I was very happy with the overall movie. But for me, that's why it doesn't break the threshold of great. It is a really, really, really good movie. But in my opinion, it's not better than Fury Road. Some people were saying, in my opinion, it's not like Chris Hemsworth's best performance of his entire career or anything. Like he does phenomenal. I really liked him, but I don't know. People were really hyping it up, and I thought it was going to be like as good as Dune, which maybe that's also an issue on my part. But I'm getting off topic. Basically, I thought it was a really good movie. My final rating was an 8 out of 10, which I think is really solid. I've only given 6 movies 8 or higher since starting, posting TikToks about reviews in the past year. So I've only had 6 movies that hit an 8 or higher. So it's among some of the best movies I've seen in the past year. But I'm getting way off topic. I apologize. So first, I'm gonna touch on the performances. Right, phenomenal. I mean, Chris Hemsworth. I love seeing him, and he's a funny actor. That's the thing. He is funny. He's genuinely funny, and so when we see him in this type of role where he is a serious character with some comedy, I like seeing that. He delivers some great lines. The end, his speech to Furiosa to Until Her Joy, wow, like he was acting chops right there. Some of his reactions when in like the really brutal like death scenes are like wow, like he's the one ordering these people to be like unalived, right? And in very like torture type ways, and he like just listens to his dogs go and do the things to the humans. So wow, Anya Taylor Joy, phenomenal as Furiosa. Like she's probably gonna get the accolades. She'll be the one to really stand on the movie. What I'll say is when I first saw her as Furiosa, when they do a time skip, I thought, okay, she's good. I'm liking her, but am I gonna be able to like really connect that to Charlize Theron's Imperator Furiosa? Maybe like halfway through the movie, two, three-fourths of it through the movie, I'm like, wow, there's a switch. Maybe it was my personal switch. Maybe it was Ellen Taylor Joy. But when she first started working with Praetorian Jack and going on those, I'm like, wow, this is freaking Furiosa, man. This is Furiosa. This is like that. I was like, wow. But also shout out to the young actress that played Furiosa. Her name is, from what I'm seeing here, Aaliyah Brown. She's just great as a young Furiosa. Like, I liked her. I like seeing young Furiosa. I liked, you kind of see her build up how she came from a place of abundance to then being in the Fury Road, the desert, the just the wasteland of nothingness. And so I enjoyed seeing her growth. Other actors are really good, like Tom Burke as Praetorian Jack. Angus Sampson as Organic Mechanic. We got to see Immortan Joe for a few scenes, which was cool to see him. And yeah, I really like the way it ended too, because it ends with the start of Fury Road, sort of. So I was like, this is good. Like this is. Am I gonna be bored about a prequel and all? No, I enjoyed the majority of the movie. I loved the ending. There was a lot of gory scenes, a lot of really strong scenes, which are not for the faint heart, but that are really fun too. The cinematography is phenomenal, and so really, like I would say, I could even push it up to an 8.5 out of 10. It's just for me. I enjoyed Free Road slightly better, maybe. Um, Also, I think it takes maybe 30 to 40 minutes for you to really for it kind of to do the setup before things start actually going. And then there was a lot of like uh, things related to like Gastown, Bullet Farm, the Citadel, which sort of like it. I was sort of like they went really in depth about this and that, the connections here and there. Honestly, I wish I would have gotten to see Immortan Joe a little more. We saw his kid, we saw his sons a lot. I wish we would have seen Immortan Joe a little more. I wish we would have seen more interactions between Dementis and Immortan Joe and Furiosa, because like there's a scene when they're negotiating and it's just like it's funny but also really intense, and sort of like you don't know what's happening here and there. So I wish we would have seen slightly more of that, those type of scenes. But man, it's a good movie. I'm telling you, it is a good movie. I'm sounding like I'm being too critical. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. Awesome action scenes, like they're on the Fury Road. They're getting attacked from all angles. There's fire. There's people flying. There's people uh, throwing bombs. There's the war boys going crazy. There's like it's good. It is really good. I enjoyed it. Ending's phenomenal. Some great speeches by Big Furiosa and especially by Dementis, and Chris Hemsworth at the end. Um, but yeah, that's what I thought. My reaction, right out of the theater, 8 out of 10. I could be convinced to push up to an 8.5, but I like going off my first initial gut reaction. That was an 8 out of 10. Really solid movie. But let me know your thoughts.